Hello, good people of the interwebs. It's the voice of Ichigo Musko. You know me better as Pookie7, and I actually have an article I want to share with the general public of said interwebs. And this comes from Unreality Magazine. And mind you, they have some good articles, and they have some sucky articles, depending on what it is that, what is of the subject matter. Now, today's article involves our generation. And this article states the following: is geek culture really any different from real culture? I swear this looks like an Archie comic or something straight ripped off from Tenchi Muyo. You have two girls fight over one guy who is a geek, and they're pretty much hot chicks. So, allow me to read this. You know, we love our geek culture here. We wear it on our sleeves and everywhere else. Video games, cartoons, and comic books full of sci-fi, fantasy, and all the stuff that jokes and yuppies just don't get. Yes, sirree, that's what we want to be. And those opposed, yeah, they think we're a bunch of man, women, children that still live with our parents and can only interact with the opposite sex in two-dimensional terms. But that's cool because at least we aren't a bunch of superficial plastic celebrity worshipping jerks with pretensions of sophistication. Sure, both sets of stereotypes are somewhat true and often fake, but what if I told you that the divide between regular culture and nerd culture was practically negligible when taken in perspective? That's right, I said it. Most mundane are pretty damn nerdy, and when you get down to it, I'm not even talking about the impending absorption of everything we love into the larger mainstream consumerist collective, symbolically represented by Marvel Comics and Lucasfilms being bought out by Disney. And I'm saying that the regular beer-drinking, sports-loving jocks and wannabe socialites are just as nerdy in their own way. But their brand of dorkness is somehow deemed more socially acceptable due to its long-standing prevalence. The word culture is more or less defined as a collective of achievements of creativity representing uniquely human experiences as a society. Seeing that humanity is represented by large numbers of differential factions, even in the smallest of communities, that makes the scope of the concept almost infinite. So, how on earth does one define real culture, or even attempt to place value on something so subjective? Well, one thing that is definite in all human cultures: we all love to argue. So fantasy, historically a genre for dorks, virgins, neckbeards, and general losers who are too tame to cope with real life, so they wrap themselves up in a childish fantasy fairy tale about audience surrogate heroes in fantastic worlds full of magic and robots and silly stuff like that. Hey, I'm an author. I do that for a living. No self-respecting adult would ever consider such tripe worthwhile entertainment, much less any sort of classic. I mean, talking animals. Can it get any more childish? But yeah, maybe if they link their arms together and sing while skipping. Oh, wait. There's that whole universally beloved and acknowledged as a masterpiece and cultural touchstone thing. But surely The Wizard of Oz can't be compared to nerd bait like Lord of the Rings. It had Judy Garland. Or maybe the setting for a story doesn't matter as much as people think it does, and our own prejudices are the only thing holding us back from a good time. It's going to see the latest epic adaptation of Tolkien's work that much nuttier than going to see The Lion King on Broadway or Midsummer's Night Dream as Shakespeare's in the Park. One is seen by some as high culture in art, while the other is disregarded as pop trash for children. Good entertainment is fun. And everybody likes fun. Most of us can call on that except when we don't. Take those freaks who like to dress up in costumes. Please, I mean, how big of a loser do you have to go to a Star Wars movie dressed up like a character from the series? I mean, it just ain't normal. I mean, who does that? Fresh from a hard day on ranch busting broncos and wrestling cattle, sure. So, let me get this straight. It's perfectly acceptable to dress like cowboys or something and when going to a fake country concert and wear professional athlete jerseys when watching grown men play games involving inflatable balls for obscene amounts of money. But dressing up similarly to a film or to attend a convention, that's for social outcasts. So, my wife likes to watch boring shows about families, relationships, tearful betrayals, secrets and lies, and all that lameness. But not me. I like to watch Arrow. You won't catch me all caught up in some teary-eyed drama about familial bonds and love triangles, and I'm watching a soap opera that happens to feature a guy in a costume who shoots people for bow and arrow, aren't I? Well, shit. Comic books have been considered the domain of children, but now graduated to man-child status. So some headway has been made. Mainstream society unreservedly accepts the value of art and of literature. But some draw the line at the combination of the two. But movies made from them are alright. Why does the society who made 50 Shades of Grey a cultural phenomenon, opposed to granting similar status to a medium that regularly features high-quality artwork coupled with allegorically sophisticated storytelling techniques that often can't be reproduced in other mediums? Judging by the cover of any given romance novel, I say it's got precious little to do with the objection that some complain of. I suppose some cultural prejudices simply defy any amount of rationalization. Wait, that's a comic book! It's not a comic book of a type of book? It doesn't count if it has pictures! This could never feed our imagination. It too, Beast Boy. Oscar winner Black Swan was inspired by an anime, but considered high art by massive numbers of pretentious film critics because it has ballet in it. Dracula pages from a Virgin's Diary, a pure ballet film, ignored altogether because it involves vampires and is a silent film. In other words, it is both too high concept and too low concept at the same time to warrant attention. Ironically, a lot of people who like to think of themselves as cultured are also the ones who run screaming from movies that make you read. So nerds are often drawn foreign language features, which represents exposure to culture in the most literal form, but high society can't comprehend Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon Beyond it have flying people in it. Sure, it can get a nod as a foreign language film, but can't be included in the same league as with the real Eurocentric films. Yet the choreography and the waterwork in the film rivals any ballet you come across in its beauty and expressiveness. Go figure. It is playing World of Warcraft and investing all the time into building up your characters and playing with friends online significantly lamer than fantasy sports leagues. They're both playing to play with a bunch of statistics to brag about, but at least with video games you aren't relying on someone else to do the playing for you. And I think it's safe to say that online geek culture has develops some behavior that resembles that of high school bullies. The Hunger Games is just a dumbed down baby's first dystopia version of the Battle Royale, and you fucking know it! The Alpha Nerd. Power can talk about the things he hates and defends the things he loves for an infinite amount of times. Crime, spewing his opinions all over the internet, making forums and comment sections toxic and uninhabitable. Weakness, being wrong. Or punching him square in the nuts. To be honest, this behavior is not any way exclusive to nerds or bullies. It's pretty ubiquitous. I think the determining factor in these conflicts boils down to the same thing it always does. Personal preference. We like to think about the stuff that we enjoy as superior to what everyone likes, but regardless of taste or preference, art and culture are nothing more than the style in which we like to present ourselves. You can't really label any one variation as real, since it implies that everything and anyone else is somehow less authentic. No matter what costume you choose to parade around in, whether gathering of people with similar interests and or backgrounds, it's all the same with different window dressing. We all love ridiculous drama and stuff that looks nice in our own little sets of celebrities and games, and it's all that versions of same basic human behaviors. These are all the ways we choose to communicate our feelings and identities to one another. And what we typically communicate is that, by and large, we're all a bunch of weirdos. Now that it's been established that our intercultural arguments regarding the allegorical pronunciation of potato are all just a big waste of time, we can focus on further compartmentalizing and labeling each little sub-clique until every single one of us is considered a culture unto ourselves and we attain peace on earth, or probably Armageddon. Probably Armageddon. Okay. Now, what I honestly think. And I'm going to say this now. My honest opinion is this has been going on for far long. And it goes far back as, say, the 50s. Because, well, if many of you can remember the 50s or the 60s, something close to that, well, the jocks was really, in that time, greasers. They weren't just jocks, they were just, the hoods and the thugs, basically the greasers. These so-and-so rebels without causes, and what is now considered bad boys. I can say, without a shadow of a doubt, that I'm a geek. You see my room, and my room has nothing but video games, posters, and anime to boot. Everything that I ever did like as a kid is what I have around me now as an adult. What people don't understand is that different is good. That's the one thing that people just don't get. Being different is a wonderful thing. I mean, I may get judged for how many tabs I have on Firefox, but you know what? That's okay. because I'm well aware that I have 4 GameFAQ tabs open, and I have an anime site open because I'm watching it. I have 2 anime sites on because I'm watching 2 anime. I'm watching 2 anime. I have YouTube. I have the YouTube tab open because I'm watching videos. At this point in time, that's what I like to do until I actually go to bed. What I believe happened is when the 80s came out. That's when it just hit the fan. Remember Revenge of the Nerds? That basically was our anthem. Right there. We were all different. We were considered outcasts by our peers. Trust me, I've heard stories from the crew of the RCO, and they would tell me stories about what it's been like for them since, growing up and whatnot. Mine is no different because, hey, I have a disability, and I was treated roughly because not only do I have cerebral palsy, but I was also bullied because I was smart. I have intelligence. The idiots didn't like it, so therefore I got harassed. But I didn't let them harass me. I fought them. I had to fight my battles in order to exist. In order to make myself known. And I will say it again. Yes, I am a geek. I am a nerd. I am a fucking otaku. And I am damn proud of who I am. Even if my folks don't understand it, that's good that they don't. Rather, it's best that they don't understand. They don't understand why I stay up so late. Why I do videos that I do. They constantly still live in the old world thinking that, what I do is for a radio station. Let them think whatever it is. So if you think it's a radio station, okay, consider yourself being a bit like a radio. But, we as a people, we need to understand different is a good thing. I mean, the thing is, we've been looked down for so long. And I'm not talking about us as nerds, but those who lived in the highest society of the world. They have themselves their share of bullies too. Mainly, it's like they live on the board game Monopoly. The purple area is basically the ghetto. But you work yourself up to the dark blue areas, which is Boardwalk and Park Place. If you nail those 2, you are considered high roller status. Or anywhere on the right hand side of the board that is like high roller status. Left side, middle class. Lower right, blue collar. Upper, the lower is like the the blue collar working class, and then going up there is probably the middle class. Or the white collar class. They can, enjoy a nice place, but, feel comfortable about it. I throw the question out here. Does it really fucking matter? No, it doesn't matter. Because I go to an anime convention or a local convention, do I have to be dressed in costume? No. But I like to be a part of it, so that's why I dress up. I dress up just to be a part of it, and plus, on top of that, who knows? Dressing up might get you discounts or whatever, you know, because some people do notice at a convention that how you dress kind of shows off, how you carry yourself. And whenever I go to my local convention or my 4-day convention, I always show a character. I always show a character that can actually carry herself, because that's how I want to do. I want to carry myself with pride, and being the fact that I'm a geek. I'm a quote unquote social outcast. I'm the hometown boy that does good. I'm pretty sure those who have mocked me in the past, if I were to look them dead in the eye, all I can do is just smile and say, remember me? I'm the guy you kicked around in elementary school. Yeah, guess what? I'm an author now. You know what I can do with you right now? I can do so much damage to your character right now. It wouldn't even be funny. I mean, I treat those that treat me like a person in the same manner. I treat them like a person. I don't find them. I don't look at them any different than I should see somebody else. Because I don't like treating people any lesser than what they are. It's all on the way you act. That's how it is with me. All on the way you act. And if it's not that, well, that's on you now, isn't it? But as this article says, it's okay being different. I mean, it's alright being different. It's a good thing to be different. But the one thing you should not do is look down on your fellow man and say, I'll give an imitation right here. Ew. You have to be like that. Why did you do that? It looks so nasty. It looks so gross. And why are you playing this game? I can ask you the same thing. Why are you playing this game? Why are you looking down on me, in which you have the nerve to look down on me just because I'm a gamer? I do certain games just because I like doing them. As a Let's Player, I feel, if I want to do this game, I will do this game. Be it old or new, I will do it just because. It's part of who I am. I like to share gamer awareness to those who do not know about certain games or certain issues. I just want to make people aware. When I make videos, like these, I want to make people known, know to be aware. I want their awareness to be known that, this is what's happening. That's what's happening. But like I said, respect one's culture. Just being different, it's a wonderful thing. And that should be respected upon everything else. You should respect everyone. You don't have to like it, but you have to respect it. It's like I said at one point about Minecraft. It's not that I don't like Minecraft. It's just not for me. If I wanted to build on something, I would be playing SimCity or Cityville or something that, I can basically just like imagine myself building. Some things work, some things just don't work. Some things I want, it's like a puzzle, a jigsaw puzzle. You want to make the pieces match. And you want to make sure it looks like the finished project sitting right beside you. I hope people can understand that. It's with everything, really. I mean, you have strange cravings, you have strange flavors, strange taste, strange whatever. We're all strange. We're all weird. So there is no such thing as normal. Because none of us is considered normal by any means. I mean, if you're trying to lose weight just because you want to look like one person and you don't like yourself, that's really not normal. So I'm trying to lose weight. I'm not trying to lose weight. As a matter of fact, if I eat at 2 a.m. in the morning, then I'm going to eat at 2 a.m. in the morning. If I didn't eat all day, I'm going to make something for myself to eat. I'm probably going to stay up for a while and let it sit and probably get it out of my system for possibly a bit, but I am going to get it out eventually. So that doesn't make me normal. It just makes me very unique. I feel that every person in this world is very special and unique. Their talents don't have to be the same or, perfect or in any sort of way, to no stretch of the imagination. It's like playing Borderlands 2. We take on a boss together. But we notice one thing. A boss can be just as stronger with 4 people than it is with one person. It can be taken out, but it has to be, but we have to be stronger for it. We're all different people. I mean, Big's a psycho. Mag's a siren. Ryu's a commando. 40, myself are assassins. Then we have Snorlag comes in, and oh yeah, I forgot about Terry. It's like we got three assassins, and we have one Gunzerker. Snorlag being a Gunzerker. We're different because we want to be different. If we were to play Vindictus, we all have different identities we go under. Like, I'm a dual-wielding lanceman or swordsman. And Ryu will be a dual-wielding swordsman. Or Mag will be the mage. And Big will be the strongman. But still, we work together as a team because we roll as a team, and we play together as a team. But yet, at the end of the day, we're all ourselves. When we're not playing video games, we're all ourselves. And that's the one thing that, we all have in common. Yes, we're all nerds. And even Sheena too is considered one of us. Even if she doesn't consider it. Even if she doesn't consider herself it. The thing is, if you look at certain things like reality TV or something like that, it's part of your culture. Or if you're looking at anime or something like that, you're a geek, you're a nerd, you're whatever. Don't look at that as something negative, but look at it as something positive. You can do something that no other person can do. The thing is, you just have to work at it. If you're an artist, create something. If you're a musician, make something. Play something. But don't just let your talents just go to waste. I mean, to us, fantasy was what we had to go to in order to get away from reality. That's what it is. We had to. Because to me, I feel it is more important to actually get away from reality as much as you can, because reality is a piece of shit. I mean, most of us work. And we had to deal with so many clicks that happen, like an annoying coworker, or maybe the people that come in on a day-to-day basis. Some intelligent, some not so. But in all the same, yeah. But I think, as far as I know, the only thing we need to know, the only thing we have to consider is acceptance. We have to accept who we are, what we are, and what we enjoy doing. Because if we don't, then I think, oblivion is closer to this world as we think. So with that, I think I've said enough. I had to expand on this, and if I had to expand on it, yes, I'm going to share it. So yes, I'm going to share this. I'm going to actually share this right now, and I want to hear what you think about this. And if you have anything you want to expand on, please do so in the comments. I look forward to hearing from what you think. So with that, I've been the Tenkaichi of Gaming. Nerd Pride. Otaku for life. And I will see you next time whenever I feel like seeing you. So until then, take care. God bless. And of course, Tenkei Muso!